Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered if time really exists? Maybe it does. Maybe it's just something we've made up. It's okay if that feels strange. Einstein once said, "Time is an illusion." And somehow that sounds a lot like what the Buddha was pointing at centuries ago. He said the past is like a dream, the future isn't real, and the present is fleeting, like a dewdrop glimmering in the morning sun. Can you feel that? How delicate and transient life really is. I want you to just pause here with me for a second. In the rush of life, we rarely notice how our minds stretch moments into hours or shrink hours into moments. A delay at the train station feels endless, while laughter with someone you love can vanish in an instant. Isn't that curious? Time seems real, yet our experience of it bends and sways with our mood, our attention, our very mind. Maybe it's less about clocks and more about us. Science, strangely enough, is whispering something similar. Physicists talk about things like quantum entanglement, where two particles, separated by miles, affect each other instantly. It's like they don't care about distance or time. And experiments show that just watching a particle can change how it behaves. Even our brains, modern researchers say, are not simply telling time. They're creating it. Our sense of past, present, and future is built by networks of neurons, memories, and anticipation. Maybe our minds are the clockmakers of the universe, quietly ticking away. The Buddha, sitting under the Bodhi tree so long ago, was exploring something very similar. He noticed how our perceptions are shaped by the mind, by habits, attachments, and the stories we tell ourselves. He said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts." Isn't it comforting, in a way, that this chaos of moments, of past regrets and future worries, is something we can gently observe and let go of? I want to tell you, it's okay to let the mind pause. It doesn't need to hold the past or chase the future. Right now, in this very instant, is all there really is. You might try simply noticing your breath or the light around you, the sounds, the feeling of this moment pressing softly against your senses. That's what the Buddha was pointing to and what science quietly agrees with. Reality, the real, is now. You may feel like you're losing time, or maybe you're finding it. Either way, it's okay. Moments slip through, and we can't hold them. And that's beautiful. Like a river flowing, always moving, always changing, and yet always here, always present. The more we cling to the past or worry about what's coming, the more we miss this gentle current of life. So maybe just let yourself sit here for a little while, breathing, noticing. The world doesn't rush when you do this. The mind quiets, and suddenly, the dewdrop of now shimmers brighter. And if you feel like you want to wander through these ideas more slowly, if you want to sit and listen to the mysteries of life unfold one gentle moment at a time, maybe subscribe, just so we can explore this together, quietly, softly, one now after another. Time, as we feel it, may not be as fixed as we thought. The past, the future, they're like clouds drifting across a vast sky. What really matters is this tiny, precious slice of now. And if you can rest here, even for a minute, really notice it, maybe, just maybe, something shifts. And that's okay. It's okay to let the world move fast while you move slow. It's okay to just breathe. The present is fragile, fleeting, but it's ours. And it's enough. Maybe you've noticed how life sometimes feels like it's moving too fast, and other times like it's barely moving at all. It's okay. That's just how the mind experiences time. Our thoughts stretch moments or shrink them, and we often forget that the mind is doing the shaping. Scientists are starting to see this too. Experiments show that what we observe can actually change what's happening. Tiny particles, too small to see, somehow respond to being watched, as if the universe knows we're paying attention. Isn't that wild? It's like reality is whispering to us, saying, you matter, your mind matters. And maybe that's what the Buddha was pointing at all along. He said that our experience of the world comes through our minds. Everything we think, everything we feel, colors the way we see life. The past isn't sitting somewhere waiting for us, and the future isn't rushing toward us. What we call past and future is stitched together by our minds, by memory, expectation, habit, and longing. It's okay if that feels a little dizzying. Take a breath. You don't have to untangle it all at once. You might notice that when you're happy, time flies, and when you're anxious or bored, it drags endlessly. That's not just in your head. It's real in the sense that your experience of time is real. Your brain is creating it, weaving the moments into a story, and you get to watch that story unfold, quietly, like a river flowing past. Maybe the river is faster in some places, slower in others, but it's still water, still now. Buddha's teaching is gentle here. He doesn't ask you to figure everything out. He just asks you to notice, to watch, to rest in what's happening. He noticed how clinging to the past or chasing the future brings suffering. And maybe you felt that too, how regrets or fears can pull at you, making it hard to just be. It's okay. That's how minds work. But it doesn't have to rule you. Even a small pause, a single mindful breath, can open a window into this fleeting, precious present. Think of your attention like a lantern. When you point at the present, things feel fuller, richer. You see the tiny details, a ray of sunlight, the rustle of leaves, the quiet beat of your own heart. That's not nothing. That's everything. Even science hints at it. When people meditate, when they pay attention deeply, their brains actually change. Regions linked with focus, emotion, even the sense of time itself, light up differently. That's proof that our perception isn't fixed. It's soft, pliable, shaped by how we choose to engage with life. And maybe this is where it gets exciting. Because if time is not solid, if it's woven by our minds, then maybe we can learn to live differently with it. To stop racing with the clock. To stop letting regrets or worries pull us away. We can rest here for just a moment in this small, shimmering now. And each small moment like this, gently observed, stretches out into something almost eternal. Not in a big, flashy way, but quietly, tenderly, like a whisper. You might even try it. Just sit, close your eyes if you like, and notice your breath. Notice the space between each inhalation and exhalation. Maybe a thought drifts in, maybe it drifts out. It's okay. Notice it, but don't chase it. Don't push it away. Let the mind be like water on a pond. Ripples come and go. The surface moves, but underneath, calm, clear, timeless. That calm is always here. Even if you forget, even if life pulls you away, it's okay. It's always waiting for you. And if this resonates with you, maybe you'd like to keep wandering through these thoughts with me. It's okay. We can explore gently one moment at a time. You can subscribe, just to pause with me again and again, discovering how soft and flexible this thing we call time really is. The Buddha noticed all this centuries ago. And somehow, it's like science is whispering the same secret. Time isn't fixed. Life isn't fixed. And maybe we don't need to fix anything. We just need to breathe, to notice, to be present. That's enough. That's everything. Maybe you've noticed how sometimes life feels like it's rushing past you, and other times like it's standing still. It's okay. That's just how our minds experience time. Our thoughts, our worries, even our joys bend and stretch the moments. The Buddha noticed this long ago. He didn't call it time. He called it experience. The way our minds attach and let go, the way we cling or relax. And maybe that's a secret. Maybe time is softer than we've been told. Imagine a moment where you're completely absorbed, maybe laughing with a friend or listening to a song you love. Time disappears. You don't notice the clock. You don't notice the day passing. That's not magic. That's your mind opening to now, just like the Buddha described. And science hints at the same thing. Studies show that during deep focus, like in meditation, or what scientists call flow states, our brains actually change. Areas linked to self-awareness quiet down. Thoughts about past or future fade. And suddenly, the moment stretches, but in a good way, richer, fuller, alive. It's okay if you feel a little skeptical. I felt that too the first time I tried to just watch my breath, to just notice my thoughts without judgment. It's strange at first. The mind wants to run, wants to plan, wants to remember. But slowly, you start to see the rhythm underneath, like a quiet river beneath the rushing surface of daily life. And the more you notice, the more time becomes less a chain pulling you forward, and more like a field to rest in. The Buddha's teachings are simple, really. Don't chase the past. Don't run from the future. Just be. Just notice. A delayed train, a long line at the store, a tedious meeting. They're all opportunities to touch the present, to feel this fleeting, fragile now. Even the difficult moments carry a kind of clarity, if we pause long enough to breathe and see them clearly. And maybe you'll notice, just a little, that your mind isn't as trapped in time as it usually seems. You can step aside from it, watch it, and rest in the stillness between moments. And it's okay if it doesn't happen perfectly. Meditation, mindfulness, quiet breathing, these aren't about doing it right. They're about noticing again and again, gently, softly, without pressure. It's okay if your mind drifts. It will, every time. Just come back. Breath in, breath out. Each return is a tiny awakening, a small opening into this present moment, shimmering, fragile, fleeting. That's the practice. That's the learning. You may even notice how memories color your experience. When you think of something from the past, it can feel vivid, real, heavy. Or when you imagine the future, you might feel anxious or excited. The Buddha noticed this too. And modern science agrees. Our minds reconstruct memories every time we recall them. They're not fixed. They're soft, fluid, changing. And maybe that's a gift. If the past and future aren't fixed, then the present is where everything truly lives. And this present moment, as small as it may feel, is everything. It's where life really happens. That's why the Buddha said, be where your feet are, because the mind often isn't. It's bouncing between regrets, plans, worries, dreams. And it's okay, it's human. But each moment you return, each breath you notice, each gentle attention, you step into freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of past and future. Freedom from chasing time. I want you to hear this softly. You don't need to do anything dramatic. You don't need to meditate for hours, sit on a mountain, or renounce your life. You just need to notice, gently, softly, the fleeting now. And if you want to explore this together, maybe subscribe. We can walk these moments slowly, softly, one by one, discovering how fragile, flexible, and precious time really is. So maybe try it now. Just notice your breathing. Just notice the space you're in. Maybe you hear a sound. Maybe you feel a sensation. It's okay if thoughts come. Just let them float like clouds across the sky. The present moment is patient. It's here waiting. And you don't need to do anything. Just be. Because the truth is, this is enough. This little now, this tiny, fragile, shimmering moment, it's enough. And slowly, softly, the mind begins to understand. Time isn't something you chase. It's something you touch again and again, gently, one breath at a time. Maybe you felt it, that strange feeling when a moment seems to stretch forever or vanish before you even notice it. It's okay. That's just the mind playing with time. The Buddha noticed it too, that our minds have a way of making the world seem solid, permanent, and linear even when it's not. Our memories, our expectations, our little stories, they weave together the sense of past and future. But when we pause, when we simply notice, the illusion softens. Imagine watching a sunset. The colors shift slowly, almost imperceptibly, yet each second is entirely unique. And maybe we're so used to rushing that we miss it. But if you slow down, even just a little, you see, the light doesn't belong to yesterday or tomorrow. It's here now, and that's where life is. Not in the plans, not in the regrets, just here, breathing, shimmering, fleeting. The Buddha called this the present moment, the only reality that truly exists. Everything else, past and future, is like a dream, and maybe that's okay. We need dreams, plans, memories to navigate life, but they don't have to control us. They don't have to make us suffer. The suffering comes when we cling, when we believe the stories are solid, when we forget to touch this now. And it's gentle work, really. You don't have to force it. You don't have to meditate for hours or silence every thought. Just notice. Maybe your mind drifts. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to just watch the drift, to let thoughts come and go, like leaves floating on a stream. Each time you notice, each small return, it's like a tiny awakening. There's something beautiful in realizing that the mind shapes time, that every anxious thought, every joyful memory, every fleeting anticipation, it's all part of this dance. And you can watch it softly, without judgment. Maybe that's what the Buddha meant by freedom. Not escaping life, not escaping time, but seeing it clearly, touching it gently, without being swept away. Sometimes it helps to just notice your body. Feel your feet on the ground, your hands resting, your breath moving in and out. These little anchors bring you back. They remind you that even if the mind jumps from the past to the future, the present is always here, patiently waiting. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to hold it. You just notice, and it's enough. And maybe you've noticed, too, how hard it is to just stay here. Life keeps calling us away. Deadlines, schedules, responsibilities, worries. And it's okay. But each small pause, each gentle breath is like a doorway to this fragile, shimmering now. Step through it gently, without force. Even a few seconds of presence can change everything. The Buddha's teachings aren't complicated. They whisper softly. See clearly. Touch the moment. Don't cling. Don't resist. And maybe that's enough for now. Maybe that's all we need. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, just this now. And if we notice it carefully, patiently, we find that it holds everything we've been seeking: peace, clarity, connection. It's okay if this feels strange at first. The mind is used to rushing, to calculating, to planning. But slowly, softly, with practice, you start to feel the subtle unfolding of time differently. You notice the stillness underneath the rush. You notice the flow beneath the stories. And maybe, just maybe, you start to glimpse freedom, a kind of freedom that doesn't depend on clocks, schedules, or milestones. So, take a breath softly, gently. Let your attention rest here for just a moment. No pressure, no expectation. Maybe a thought comes. Maybe it drifts away. It's okay. The present is patient. It's waiting. It doesn't judge. It doesn't rush. It simply is. And if you want, we can keep exploring this together, noticing softly the rhythm of life one moment at a time. Maybe you'd like to subscribe and come back to these whispers again and again, gently discovering how soft, fragile, and alive time really is. Because the truth is, when we rest in this present, we're not missing anything. We're not behind. We're not ahead. We're exactly where we need to be, exactly now. And somehow, just noticing that quietly, softly, can change everything. Maybe you've noticed how much your mind loves to run ahead, planning, worrying, imagining what could go wrong, or dreaming about what could go right. It's okay, it's human, but sometimes it's good to just pause, to notice the pause, to feel it gently, like touching water. That pause, that's where life really is. The Buddha called it the present, the only place that truly exists. And maybe, just maybe, it's enough to just breathe there for a moment. Sometimes the present can feel uncomfortable. Maybe a memory rises, or fear of the future tugs at you. It's okay, just notice it. Don't push it away. Don't chase it. Feel it softly, like noticing clouds passing through the sky. The thoughts will move. The feelings will fade. And underneath, there's always this gentle, quiet now, waiting, patient, unchanging. You know, our minds actually create time. Every memory, every anticipation, every little story we tell ourselves, these build the past and the future in our heads. And it's okay, it's how we survive. But the Buddha noticed that suffering often comes from believing these stories as reality, from clinging to what's gone, or fearing what might come. And maybe you can let go softly, just a little, and feel time stretch differently. One of the ways to do this is through simple mindfulness. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the sounds around you. Don't judge, don't fix, just notice. You might feel restless, distracted, or bored. That's okay. It's part of practice. Each return to the present is like a small gift, a tiny opening into freedom. And slowly, softly, your sense of time begins to shift. It feels less heavy, less pressing, less like a chain. Sometimes, when you're really paying attention, you notice something remarkable, that the mind is creating everything. The past, the future, even the sense of self. It's all construction. And maybe it's okay to see that gently, without trying to tear it apart. Just notice. And maybe in that noticing you feel a little lighter, a little freer, a little more awake. You might even notice moments where time seems to disappear entirely. Maybe when you're laughing, creating, or simply absorbed in something beautiful. That's your mind touching the present so fully that past and future fade. The Buddha described this too. He said, when you're fully aware, fully present, you touch reality directly. No stories, no labels, no clinging. Just now. And it's okay if it doesn't happen perfectly. The mind will wander. The thoughts will come. But each gentle return is the practice. Each breath, each noticing, each soft awareness is a tiny awakening. You don't have to force it. You don't have to fix yourself. You just notice softly, gently, quietly. That's enough. Maybe you felt life speeding by. Days, weeks, even years can blur together. And it's okay. It happens to all of us. But each moment, each breath is a doorway back to now. And the more you notice, the more life slows down, not in clock time, but in felt time. It becomes richer, deeper, more alive. Each moment matters because it's here, shimmering, fleeting, fragile. And here's something gentle to remember. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to figure out how time really works or how the mind creates it. You just need to notice. Breath in, breath out. Feel your body. Feel this moment. Let it be enough. That's all it asks of you. If you want, maybe come back and breathe here again. Maybe subscribe and join this quiet journey. Softly exploring the present. Noticing how time can be gentle, flexible, and alive. One moment at a time. Because this fragile, shimmering now is everything. Maybe you've noticed how easy it is to get caught up in the rush of life. Thoughts racing, worries pulling you forward, memories tugging you back. And it's okay, it's normal. But what if, just for a moment, you let yourself step out of that rush? Just notice. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Feel the world gently around you. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to fix anything. Just be here. The Buddha called this simple act mindfulness. Not fancy or complicated. Just noticing softly, gently, without judgment. When you notice the breath, the body, the sensations of being alive, you're touching the present. And the present is all we really have. It's fleeting, fragile, shimmering. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's enough. Sometimes the mind resists. Thoughts keep coming like waves. Maybe anxiety rises. Maybe old memories surface. Maybe future worries whisper. And it's okay. Just let them pass. Imagine them like clouds floating across the sky. You don't have to hold them, chase them, or push them away. Just watch. Just notice. Each time you return to the present, it's like opening a little window, letting in fresh air, letting life in. And maybe you felt it too, those moments when time seems to slow. When you're absorbed in something you love, creating, laughing, or just being. The world seems to stretch, the moment expands. That's your mind touching presence fully. The past and future soften and now becomes vast, alive, deep. The Buddha said, this is where true clarity lives. This is where freedom begins. You know, our minds are clever. They construct the past, imagine the future, and pull us out of now. And it's okay, it's what minds do. But when you notice that softly, without pushing, something shifts. You see that the stories are just stories. The fears are just fears. The memories are just memories. And underneath it all, there's this quiet, steady now. Always here. Patient, unchanging, waiting. Even small practices can make a difference. A few breaths, feeling the sensations in your hands. Listening to the world around you. That gentle noticing is like planting a seed. Over time, it grows. Your sense of time softens. Life doesn't feel so rushed. You notice more, appreciate more, live more. And maybe that's the point. Not to escape life, not to fight time, just to meet it differently, gently, softly, fully. And sometimes when we practice this, even for a few seconds, it can feel miraculous. The tension in your shoulders releases. The mind quiets. The heart opens. And you feel alive. Right here. Right now. This fragile, shimmering moment. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's everything. You don't need a grand plan. You don't need to meditate for hours. Just this moment. Just this breath. Just this noticing. That's how the illusion of time softens. That's how the present becomes vast. That's how life touches you fully, quietly, gently. If you found this pause meaningful, maybe come back and breathe here again. Maybe subscribe, and let's explore these quiet, shimmering moments together. There's a lot more waiting, a lot more softness, a lot more clarity, a lot more presence. One gentle breath at a time. Maybe you notice how life can feel like it's slipping through your fingers, like time is moving too fast, and you're just holding on. And it's okay, it's human. But maybe, just maybe, there's a way to touch life differently, to feel it more fully, more gently, more now. The Buddha said that our suffering often comes from clinging to the past, clinging to the future. And maybe you can notice that softly, without judgment. Just notice how the mind holds on, how it pushes forward, how it pulls back. Our minds are amazing, aren't they? They can remember, imagine, plan, worry. But sometimes they get lost in all that. And it's okay, it's natural. But here's the quiet secret. The present is always here, always waiting. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to fix it. Just notice. Just breathe. Just be. And slowly, the tight grip of time begins to soften. You might feel it in little ways. Maybe when you're walking, you notice your feet touching the ground, the wind brushing your skin, the sunlight dancing on leaves. Maybe when you're listening, really listening, you hear sounds you never noticed before, the subtle rustle of a tree, the hum of life around you. And maybe it's okay to just be here, fully in this tiny, shimmering moment. The Buddha also spoke about sankharas, the mental formations that shape our experience. They're like little threads weaving the story of our life, pulling us forward and backward. And maybe you felt that the pull of a memory, the tug of a worry, the whisper of anticipation. And it's okay, just notice it softly. See it for what it is, patterns in the mind, not reality itself. And maybe in that noticing, something frees you, something lightens, something opens. Mindfulness is the key here. Not complicated, not rigid, just noticing the breath, the body, the sensations, the thoughts, without chasing, without resisting. Each gentle return to now is like a wave washing over the mind, smoothing the rough edges, softening the rush, quieting the stories. And maybe, slowly, you start to feel life differently. Time doesn't push so hard. Moments expand. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, simply because you're here, fully. Even ordinary activities can become portals into this awareness. Washing the dishes, walking to the store, listening to someone speak, holding a cup of tea. Each can be a doorway into presence. Maybe you notice the warmth of the cup, the sound of the water, the weight of your body moving. Maybe you notice the gentle rhythm of life itself, and it feels alive. And it's okay, it's perfectly enough. Sometimes the present can feel overwhelming too. Maybe grief or fear arises. That's okay, just notice. Don't fight it. Don't push it away. Feel it softly, like noticing the wind on your skin. It passes. All feelings pass. And underneath, there's this quiet now. Always waiting, patient, open. And in that quiet, you find freedom. And here's a gentle reminder. You don't have to do this perfectly. You don't have to master mindfulness or control your thoughts or stop the stories. You just need to return. Each breath, each noticing, each gentle awareness is a tiny awakening. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's everything. If you found this soothing, maybe come back and breathe here again. Maybe subscribe softly, and let's explore these gentle, shimmering moments together. There's a quiet richness waiting in each breath, in each moment, if we just notice, if we just return, if we just be. Maybe you've noticed how easy it is to feel rushed, even when there's nothing urgent. Life seems to push us forward, past and future tugging at every moment. And it's okay, it's normal. But maybe you can try something different. Maybe you can just pause. Just notice. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Feel the gentle pulse of life right here, right now. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to fix anything. Just be. The Buddha often spoke about the impermanence of everything. Things change. Feelings change. Thoughts change. Even time, as we feel it, is not solid, not fixed. And maybe that's a relief, because if nothing is permanent, nothing can trap you. And maybe it's okay to let go of the idea that you have to control everything, to let go of the push and pull of past and future, and just rest in this moment. Sometimes when we slow down like this, ordinary life becomes extraordinary. You notice the soft hum of a ceiling fan, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the rhythm of your own heartbeat. You notice the subtle textures of your own thoughts, the rise and fall of emotions, the gentle flow of sensations in your body. And it's okay to notice, to feel, to simply exist. Even when life feels heavy or when worries arise, it's okay. You can just notice them without being swept away. Thoughts and emotions are like clouds floating across a vast sky. They come and go. You don't have to hold them, fix them, or chase them. You can just watch. And in that watching, you start to touch something quiet, something stable, something timeless. And maybe you felt it before. Those moments when time slows, when you're absorbed in something you love, creating, laughing, or just being. Those moments are not accidents. They're glimpses of presence, moments when your mind stops racing and opens gently into life. The Buddha said this is where clarity and freedom live, right here in this fragile, shimmering now. Even small practices help. A few breaths, noticing your hands, feeling your feet on the ground, listening to the world around you. That gentle noticing is like planting seeds. Over time, your sense of time softens. Life doesn't push so hard. Moments expand. And maybe that's the point. Not to escape life, not to fight time, just to meet it differently, softly, fully. Sometimes you might notice that the past pulls at you, memories, regrets, nostalgia, and the future whispers anxieties, fears, plans. And it's okay, just notice them. Don't fight them. Don't push them away. Let them pass. And slowly, you start to feel life differently. Time doesn't push so hard. Moments expand. Life becomes alive, right here, right now. And maybe you notice that even your mind wants to measure, organize, schedule. That's okay, it's what minds do. But gently, softly, you can remind yourself. You don't have to follow every thought. You can just be here. You can just notice. You can just breathe. If you felt a little peace here, maybe come back and breathe here again. Maybe subscribe gently, and let's explore these soft, shimmering moments together. There's a lot more waiting, more calm, more presence, more life. If we just notice, if we just return, if we just be. Maybe you've noticed how much we define ourselves by what we've done, what we hope to do, or what we fear might happen. And it's okay, it's human. But maybe, just for a moment, you can notice that all of that is just a story your mind tells. It's not the whole truth. And maybe, softly, you can let that story breathe. Let it be. And maybe underneath it, there's a quieter self, a gentle awareness that doesn't rush, doesn't push, doesn't judge. The Buddha often spoke about this, about how clinging to ideas of who we are, what we've been, and what we will be keeps us trapped in the cycles of worry and regret. And maybe you felt that, this constant pull between past and future, this sense of never being quite enough. And it's okay, just notice it. Just breathe. Just be here. And slowly, softly, you can feel a little space opening inside you, a space where the mind stops spinning, even if just for a moment. This space is the present, fragile, shimmering, always waiting. You don't have to do anything to reach it. You don't have to earn it. You can just notice. You can just breathe. And in that gentle noticing, something shifts. Maybe time doesn't feel like a burden. Maybe the stories your mind tells lose their grip. Maybe there's a quiet clarity that rises, gentle as sunlight, warm as a hand on your shoulder. Even small acts can anchor you here. Watching the clouds, feeling the wind, noticing the taste of food, listening to a voice without planning your reply. These little moments, when fully lived, are like windows into a larger reality. They remind you that life is not a checklist, not a race. It's a series of shimmering nows, each one complete in itself. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's everything. And yes, thoughts will come. Memories, worries, plans. And it's okay, you can notice them without being swept away. They don't have to define you. They are passing, like leaves drifting on a stream. You are the stream. You are the awareness that notices the leaves. And slowly, gently, you start to feel freedom. Not the kind that takes you away from life, but the kind that lets you meet life fully, softly, present. Sometimes, even the body becomes a teacher. Breathing, feeling, moving, sitting, each subtle sensation can anchor you in the now. Maybe the warmth of your hands, the weight of your feet on the floor, the rhythm of your breath. Just noticing these things can remind you that life is alive here, in this very moment. You don't have to wait for perfect conditions, for quiet, for peace. It's already here, always. And maybe you feel a softening of time's grip. Moments expand. Life becomes alive in ordinary things. The smile of a loved one, the taste of morning coffee, the sound of leaves in the wind. These small, ordinary experiences are extraordinary when fully noticed. And maybe, softly, you start to see that your mind, your thoughts, your stories, they are not all of you. You are the awareness noticing them. You are the present noticing itself. If you felt even a little of this quiet here, maybe come back softly and breathe here again. Maybe subscribe gently, and let's explore these shimmering moments together. There's more waiting, more presence, more clarity, more life. If we just notice, if we just return, if we just be. Maybe you've been sitting with these thoughts a little while, noticing, breathing, feeling, and maybe it's okay if your mind wanders. That's normal. But softly, gently, you can return to this moment, to the now, to the quiet heartbeat of life itself. And maybe, just maybe, you start to sense that time is not this heavy, relentless river. Maybe it's more like a gentle stream, flowing around you, carrying moments that shimmer and pass, never clinging, never fixed. The Buddha spoke about this too, the illusion of time, the impermanence of all things. And maybe, softly, it's easy to feel that when you notice the world around you, the way sunlight drifts across a wall, the way wind touches your skin, the way a single breath can hold a universe of sensation. You don't have to understand it fully. You don't have to figure it out. You just need to notice. You just need to be here. And that's enough. Even when life pulls you forward with duties, with worries, with plans, it's okay. You can still find these pockets of now, these gentle, shimmering pauses. Maybe it's a coffee in your hands, the sound of rain outside, the rhythm of your own breath. These small, ordinary moments are extraordinary when fully lived. And slowly, softly, you start to see the past isn't holding you. The future isn't chasing you. All that exists truly is this moment. And maybe you notice how much relief comes with that. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to solve all the mysteries. You don't have to control time. You can just be. And in being, you touch something timeless, something vast, something gentle. Maybe it's your own awareness, your own presence, softly expanding into each moment, like sunlight spilling over quiet water. Sometimes, in this gentle noticing, clarity rises. Choices become easier, actions become lighter, compassion comes naturally, and maybe softly. You see how this awareness touches others too, how being fully present in one small moment ripples outward, like a quiet smile passing from one heart to another. Life doesn't have to be a race. You don't have to be anywhere else but here. And maybe that's where freedom lives, in the soft, shimmering now, in the gentle awareness that notices itself noticing. If you've been here for a while, if you felt even a touch of this quiet, maybe carry it with you. Maybe come back gently when life feels heavy. Maybe subscribe softly and explore these shimmering moments together. There's more calm, more presence, more life waiting. If we just notice, if we just return, if we just be. And so, perhaps you don't need to chase time or fight it or measure it. You can meet it differently, softly, gently, with awareness, with kindness, with breath, with life. And maybe that's all we ever need, to be here, fully alive and noticing.